Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please take a second to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at Alcremie from the Brilliant Star set. It has an awesome ability, especially built to prevent your turn from ending when you use the Cafe Master supporter card. These two synergize very well because Alcremie can also dish out tons of damage when you have different types of energies in play. But before we take a look at this build, I wanted to give a huge thank you to BUYEE for sponsoring this video. You're probably wondering how some content creators get their hands on Japanese Pokemon booster boxes or maybe anime figures. If you didn't already know, BUYEE is a great online hub where it brings together great stores from Japan such as Mercari, Rakuten, Amazon Japan, Rakuma, Yahoo Japan, so that all you have to do is go to one place to buy anything from Japan. How exactly does it work? What BUYEE does is it buys the product you want from Japanese stores. The item is then shipped to BUYEE's warehouse, and from there it is prepared for international shipping and sent to you. It's that simple. And what's great is that when you register, if you use the link that I have for you in the description below, that will give you a 2,000 yen or a $20 purchase coupon after signing up for a new BUYEE user account. By using BUYEE, you can buy anything from Japan. So let's take a look at this build. In this one, I'm just focusing on Alcremie as the main attacker. Alcremie has 90 HP, which is great because you can search for its complete evolution line just by using the level ball. It also has 1 retreat cost, no resistance, and is weak to metal. It has the ability Additional Order. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your turn does not end when you use Cafe Master. This Cafe Master support card will end your turn if you use it unless you have Alcremie in the active spot. Cafe Master allows you to choose up to 3 Pokemon on your bench, and for each of those Pokemon, you search your deck for a basic energy card of different types and attach them to the 3 Pokemon you chose on your bench. While this card is an energy accelerator, which has the potential to be a powerful card, it just isn't because it's only useful for very specific types of builds and it ends your turn. However, it works well enough for this Alcremie build. Again, Alcremie prevents your turn from ending if you use Cafe Master, and these two work beautifully, since it will make Alcremie's attacks more powerful. It has the attack Rainbow Flavor. For 2 colorless energy, it will deal 10 plus damage and 40 more damage for each type of basic energy card attached to all of your Pokemon. And with 8 different types of energies available in the standard format, this attack can deal as much as 330 damage. But that is if all 8 different energies are in play, which is more difficult than you think, and you can use the twin energy to power up this attack. And I also added 2 copies of Choice Belt, which can increase your attack damage against a Pokemon V. This is great for increasing your attack, especially if you have not built up enough of the different types of energies in play. One challenge I have with this Alcremie is deciding how many energies of each kind you want on your build. But there should always be enough energy in your deck to at least deal enough damage to 2-hit KO even VMAXs in the game. If at all possible though, you would want to set up Alcremie with a twin energy on, because when your opponent knocks it out, you will not lose any basic energy. But of course, we also have access to EXP share. Just in case your Pokemon with an energy gets knocked out, you can transfer 1 basic energy from that Pokemon to the Pokemon with this on. This again will preserve our energies into play. Another challenge is if we have a lot of energy on hand, because then we will not be able to accelerate energy using Cafe Master, which is why I added 1 copy of Oranguru with the Primate Wisdom ability. Once during your turn, you can switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. And this art, by the way, is beautiful. And just in case some of our energies are priced, I added 1 copy of Peonia so that we can exchange 3 random price cards with 3 cards from our hand. By using this, we may just be able to find the energies we need. I also included a 2-2 line of Zoroark with the Phantom Transformation ability, so that even after Alcremie gets knocked out, we can easily switch out this Zoroark with the Alcremie in the discard pile. In a way, we technically have 5 to 6 line of Alcremie in this deck. And because we have Zoroark, I also added 1 copy of a Stage 1 Flapple, more for its acidic mucus attack. For just 1 colorless energy, it will deal 50 damage times the number of Pokemon with abilities that your opponent has. Sometimes this may come in handy as an emergency attacker for a single energy. As for consistency, I'm using Snorlax with the Gormandize ability, and I also have Manaphy to protect our bench. As far as recovery goes, I added 2 copies of Energy Retrieval so that I can easily have access to energy when I need it on hand. But when I need energy back to the deck, I also have 2 ordinary rods. This way we can use Cafe Master to accelerate those energies. Raihan is also really good because if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on your opponent's last turn, you can accelerate 1 energy from the discard pile to one of your Pokemon and then search for any 1 card from your deck, possibly another energy to attach, which may increase Alcremie's attack. And lastly, I have 1 copy of Sonia, which allows you to get 2 basic Pokemon or 2 basic energies from your deck. This I think is good to have, especially the dual option, but also to set up 2 more Pokemon in your bench because Cafe Master will not be so good if there are no Pokemon in the bench to accelerate energy too. Other combination ideas I've tried are with Xerneas because it has the attack Breath of Life. For 2 colorless energy, it allows you to search your deck for 3 different energies and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. This is basically the Pokemon version of what Cafe Master does, but better, and you'll see one of my gameplay videos showcasing this one. Volcarona V can be good too because it can recycle your energy back to the deck. This is a good recovery option as well as a strong attacker given that you have a lot of energy in the discard pile. However, in this build I went with a straightforward approach and just focused on Alcremie as much as I could. I have to admit there's just so much requirement to make this Alcremie and Cafe Master combo to work, and I don't think this is going to be anywhere near competitive, but it is a fun challenge to try out for sure. And that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now, please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Alcremie with Cafe Master combo. Okay, we're going to go first in this matchup, and Manaphy is going to go into the active. Looking at the cards we have on hand though, this is not looking good because there's really nothing here to help us set up this turn, so I'm just going to have to pass. And I really wanted this build to be a standalone. I wanted Alcremie to be the main attacker and deal a lot of damage, but after so much testing, it's almost near impossible to deal that 330 damage. It works on paper, but to get it to work, it's not consistent in that you can deal that much damage every game. But for the most part, you can pretty much do hit KO even VMAXs in the game. But my opponent is going to use Marnie, which is pretty cool. I do appreciate that because now, hopefully, we can draw into better cards here. Okay, we got a level ball. That will help us to set up. We get another one from our top deck, actually. So let me get a Zorua, and I'll set up my Milcery to start. And we do have both Zoroark. So let's attach an energy and pass. We're still not out of the woods yet because the current cards we have on hand is terrible still. And we are going up against a Raichu V build, which is a pretty aggressive, powerful build to face off against because they're using the Flaffy line, which means they can accelerate so many lightning energies from the discard pile. And they're also using the Arceus VSTAR line, which not only deals a lot of damage, it can also energize their Pokemon. Once again, my opponent is going to use Marnie, and I do appreciate it again. We get an Oranguru, an Alcremie, which is great, and a Grass Energy. So we can attack next turn, but it's not going to be for a lot of damage. They did evolve into Flaffy, so hopefully they won't be able to retreat not quite yet, which means we can still stall for a little bit. We did get a Cafe Master from the Primate Wisdom. So I think I'll just end my turn here and accelerate 3 energies. That will increase my Alcremie's attack power. Again, I'm hoping my opponent cannot retreat their Flaffy and then target my Alcremie. That would be really bad. Because first of all, I need to set up I need to set up a Zoroark so that even if they knock out my Alcremie, I can just transform into another one and start attacking. But with the hand we have, there's really nothing. And once again, my opponent saves me. Oh my goodness. My opponent is just being so generous. And I do appreciate that. But they probably don't have good cards on hand either. So they... you know, Marnie is it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can mess up your opponent, but sometimes it does help them out. Which in this case, I do appreciate it because now we have a fighting chance against this Raichu V build. I do have a Raihan on hand, and most likely they're gonna target my Manaphy. And I don't think Manaphy is as useful in this matchup anyways, because unless they use anything that can bench snipe, Raichu V is a pretty straightforward build as well, which just focuses on its opponent's active and knocks it out. We get another Quick Ball. Let me Primate Wisdom 1. We get an Alcremie. I can actually discard that with a Quick Ball. So I can transform. I just have to get a Zoroark. And I think I'll get a Snorlax. That way I don't have to rely on my opponent to get me any more cards with their Marnie. So I'll just hard retreat with my Manaphy, which also sets up for my Raihan. If and when my opponent knocks out one of my Pokemon, we can use Raihan to accelerate 1 energy. And at this point, even if they target one of our Pokemon or our Alcremie, we have EXP share on Oranguru, so that's one of the energy is going to transfer over to Oranguru, which will preserve the attack power of Alcremie. So once again, I don't know if they're going to be able to retreat with their Flaffy. They will use Professor's Research, but they have set up 2 main attackers already. They have 2 Raichu Vs. They also have Arceus V. And if they do evolve into a VSTAR, that will be another dangerous attacker as well. With the Air Balloon, they managed to get Flaffy out of the active, and now they are most likely gonna just knock out my Snorlax. But with that, we should be able to retaliate. They're taking 1 prize, but we should be able to knock out this Raichu V, because right now Alcremie is dealing 4, 8, 12, 16. And with Raihan accelerating 1 more energy, we should be dealing 200 damage, which is enough to knock out this Raichu V in the active. They will attack and they will knock out my Snorlax, hitting for 180 damage, discarding 3 of their energies. So again, with their Flaffy, that's not going to be a concern for our opponent. But we did get an Evolution Incense from our top deck, which is insane. So now we can evolve into Zoroark. Then we can use Phantom Transformation. We did have that Alcremie in the discard pile, which is awesome. So let's transform into that. And the reason for that is I want to preserve my active Alcremie with the 2 different energies. So with Raihan, I will accelerate an energy on Manaphy, get a Twin Energy. We do have a switch. And I'll put the Choice Belt to increase attack power. Let me Primate Wisdom. And then, okay. I'll just use Rainbow Flavor for 240 damage. Not too bad, man. We get 2 prizes for that, which is crazy. And we have 2 Cafe Master available. And we should have a few more basic energies in our deck, which will increase our attack power even more. So this is working out pretty well on our favor. So I do appreciate that. We are ahead 1 prize because we did take 2 prizes from my opponent's Raichu V, and they are gonna evolve into Arceus VSTAR, and they're gonna use the ability, so they're gonna get 2 cards from their deck, any 2 cards from their deck. So they could be getting a boss most probably, and if they are familiar with the Alcremie engine, perhaps they will target my benched Alcremie to get rid of the 2 energies. But we'll see. No, they're just gonna attack the active for 180 damage. So we're hitting for 200 damage right now. I wonder if we can get 2 more energies from our deck. And we get a Choice Belt, dude. Let me Primate Wisdom this, because we have 2 already. We have Level Ball, which is great. We get a Milcery. We can evolve that on our next turn. And then I'm going to use Cafe Master. That's not going to end our turn. I'll just get... Oh, we only have 1 more. Is that going to be enough? Rainbow Flavor. It is! It is! Exactly, 280 damage against the Arceus VSTAR. That's insane. Man, that was pretty cool. But now we are in a little bit of a pickle here, because now they have Raichu V. They're gonna knock out my active. And man, look at all those Flaffy. They have the 4 Flaffies, and they can just get all of those energies into play. But you know what? Once we knock out this Raichu V, I mean, if we do knock it out, it's gonna give them one more space, and they could set up a Raichu V easily. And they have an air balloon on one of their Flaffies, so they can pivot into that if they want to. But now, our concern here is, I mean, you know what? With the EXP share, that's gonna put 1 onto our Oranguru, and we have 2 energies. We should be able to knock out this Raichu V as well. Evolve into Alcremie, and we have 1 energy on hand. We'll set up a Zoroark just in case. And man, we are rocking here. And that should be game. Rainbow Flavor for the win. 250 damage against this Raichu V build. Good game. Good game, man. Okay, my opponent's going to go first in this matchup. And we're going to start this game with a Milcery in the active. And our hand looks okay. We have Sonia. So on our first turn going second, we should be able to set up 2 basic Pokemons on our bench. And also we have a Quick Ball. And that's going to matter in the long run, because the more Pokemon we can set up on the bench, the better we will be able to utilize Cafe Master, because now we will be able to accelerate 3 energies to our 3 benched Pokemon. So for this one though, we will need a consistency Pokemon to start. So I'll get a Snorlax and Oranguru, the Primate Wisdom ability. And I hate to discard my cards to use Quick Ball, but I may just have to do that. We do get a level ball from the Primate Wisdom, so that can help us set up more Pokemon. I think I'll get another Milcery. And then we also have Quick Ball. I'll attach an energy in the active because we needed to retreat onto Snorlax, so we can use Gormandize, sacrifice another energy, and I'll get a Zorua. I'll just attach this to thin out our hand, and I'm gonna Gormandize for 6. We might not survive the next turn. They may just knock out our Snorlax in the active, but at least that got us a lot more cards on hand. And we might not have enough energy in play to knock out a Calyrex VMAX, even if we play Cafe Master, which we got. Oh, they're also using Avery. I think I'll just have to discard this one. Okay, they have Old Cemetery, which won't matter to us for the most part, but if we do attach it to our other Pokemon, it's gonna deal 2 damage counters, so that's not good. So with Cafe Master, we will need to set up a Alcremie in the active for us to be able to use it and not end our turn. So that's another challenge that it's more of a hindrance really when you do use the Alcremie build. Just a lot going on for Alcremie. You have to set up 3 Pokemon on the bench. You have to have Alcremie in the active. Let's just evolve this, and then we don't have energy. I mean, we have energy retrieval, so we can get 2 energies from our discard pile. But even if we shuffle it back to the deck with Marnie, we won't be able to use Cafe Master. So for now, I think I'll build up at least 2 Alchemies to start. And then put EXP share there. Let me retrieve this one. I think I'll just probably Marnie. Shuffle these 3 back. Although if I use Cafe Master, yeah, we should have energy in the deck. I'll just use Cafe Master for the meantime while we have it available. That's gonna end our turn, but at least 3 energies to start, which is okay. So we're hitting for 4, 12, 120 damage right now. And they have Crushing Hammer, so if they end up discarding our energies, that's not gonna be good. Okay, that's their second Crushing Hammer. They don't succeed. And they have Professor's Research. At least they have Zacian V in the active, they won't be able to attack with it just yet. So we might be able to stall for another turn, hopefully. Unless they have a switch on hand, they switch into... Oh, okay. They will succeed with that third Crushing Hammer. They're going to discard our Lightning Energy. So if they end up switching out their Zacian V, they can start attacking with their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, and it could go downhill from there. But if they pass here, at least if they use Zacian V, that's going to end their turn. Okay, they will. Roar of the Sword. That will energize their Pokemon, but I think I'll have to use Marnie here. Let's put the Zorua and then Primate Wisdom. This. We get an energy, but we already have that energy in play. And then we can't attach any energy anyways. Let me just discard this so that I can set up another basic. And then I can just use energy retrieval on my next turn anyways. So I'll just Gormandize for the meantime. I'll stall. And then if they knock out my Snorlax, hopefully they don't knock out one of my Pokemon with energies on it. We should be able to attack. But they have Avery. Once more, this is very annoying. At least we have Ordinary Rod available on hand, so we can just use that. But yeah, my opponent's Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX is they're using more of a disruptive strategy on their build, which is okay. But they're just gonna continue to use Zacian V, Roar of the Sword. So that's gonna end their turn. We might be able to knock out the Zacian V actually, because we have Cafe Master. Let's use Ordinary Rod. That will put our energies back to the deck, so that will allow us to accelerate these energies with Cafe Master. I'll leave one for Raihan just in case. Energize are active with the Twin Energy, so we won't lose anything even if they knock it out. And we have 3 different energies left in our deck, and that's gonna be it. So this is as much damage as we can deal this turn. So Rainbow Flavor with how many different energies is that? 250 damage. We get another Alcremie from our prize. Fire Energy, so we can hit up to 290 damage on our next turn. And we have 1 Purple Energy that Raihan can accelerate on our next turn. We have 1 Alcremie ready to go on our next turn, but it's still not going to be enough to actually knock out this Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. They're going to boss my Alcremie, my attacker, so that's not going to be good. One of my attackers that has 2 different energies on it, so that's going to lower our attack power. But you know what, with Raihan we should be fine. We can accelerate 1, attach the Fire Energy. We're still dealing the same damage. 290 damage, and with the EXP share we will retain that 1 energy. So right now we have 7 different energies available, so it's still not the full potential of Alcremie, and that's one of the hardest thing really with this Alcremie build, is just getting all 8 energies into play. Can be very cumbersome sometimes, because you just might not be able to do it. Let me Primate Wisdom one of these. We get a Marnie. And just gonna attack Rainbow Flavor for 290 damage. We're 1 energy shy of knocking out this Calyrex VMAX, which is crazy. The only missing energy is the Fighting Energy, and it's in our prize, in one of our prizes. So yeah, that's the name of the game, is really finding all the energies and putting them into play. So depending on how the cards are shuffled and which cards are a prize, sometimes you're gonna get all the cards you need all or all of the energy cards in your deck, but sometimes you just won't be able to do it. They're going to target my Oranguru for sure. That's going to take out 4 energies from play, and that's going to be very detrimental to the attack damage that Alcremie will be putting out. So that's 160 damage decrease to Alcremie's attack power. So very sad about that. Yeah, let me just use energy retrieval, and I'll just get 2 different energies. We can increase it by 1 at least, and then we'll use their stadium to retrieve another one. We can just use Marnie, and maybe we can draw into another Cafe Master and then accelerate more energies that way on our next turn. So with Marnie, that will shuffle back our energies into the deck. So if we run into a Cafe Master, we should be able to accelerate those. And then we get an Ordinary Rod, which is great. I'll get my Oranguru back, and think another Alcremie or Zorua. I think I'll just go with these 2. Get these 2 energies back to the deck, and we should be good to go. I can use Choice Belt to increase my attack against this Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX as well. So Rainbow Flavor for 200 damage. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And we should be dealing the same amount of damage when we switch out our other Alcremie. So if they knock out our active, we should have enough damage to knock out their Calyrex if they don't retreat it. Because our benched Alcremie doesn't have Choice Belts, so its attack will be lower than its active counterpart. And my opponent's also building up another Pokemon on their bench, which is Gardevoir. That's going to help them draw into more cards and accelerate more energies if they want to. Although they don't really need more energies, because our Alcremie only has 90 HP and they're dealing 340 damage. That's way too overkill right there. But this is our last attacker, Alcremie. I mean, we can use Snorlax to attack also. We have twin energy, so we just get a Zorua just in case. Maybe we'll get something good out of these 3 prizes. And we're dealing 170 damage with 4 different energies in play. We do need 1 more prize to win anyways, so I don't know, maybe we can target one of their 1 prizer and just win this way. But it's still a long shot. They will knock out our active. That's gonna lower our attack even further. I don't know what the win condition here is, because if we get a boss, we can't use Snorlax to knock out Cresselia. We can knock out their Gardevoir basic. Ooh, but they're gonna Marnie. So that's gonna put our twin energy back to the bottom of our deck. That's not good because we need that to power up our Snorlax. So we're 1 prize away from winning this game, but it seems so close, but still so far away. We get an Oranguru at least. Let's use our opponent's stadium. Put an energy there. Maybe we can set up another Alcremie and just get a knockout from there. We get a Prionia. We only have 1 prize card left, so I don't know if that's gonna matter. We get a boss. Okay, let's exchange that with the scoop up. That could make a big difference. But it's all or nothing, man. If my opponent just needs 2 more turns to win this game, they'll knock out my Snorlax, and that's gonna be game. I mean, we can target this Shadow Rider Calyrex by hitting 30 damage. We do need a twin energy. If you can get a twin energy, bosses order that Calyrex and then use Snorlax to knock it out. I think we are home free, but you know what? Is that too much to ask for? That's the name of the game, man. Sometimes the card you need is gonna be at the bottom of the deck, and just it won't happen the way you see it. But we're so close. We're very close. They're gonna Marnie. Oh man, there goes our boss. And yeah, we're max guys. My opponent gets one more prize. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I mean, I have Raihan. What I could do is put my Snorlax in the active. I can get a Twin Energy with Raihan. I can even set up another Alcremie, but it's gonna be a long shot. My opponent just needs one more turn. If they have a switch, then it's not gonna matter, because I'm planning to use Body Slam, hopefully paralyze their active, stall that way, and then hopefully it's a big hope. We need, ooh, we got a Twin Energy. What do you know? But no Alcremie will be able to take a knockout on this one. You can get a boss for the next turn. Twin Energy. I'm gonna go for it. Body Slam. Come on, give me heads, please. Yeah. There we go, my boy. My boy Snorlax, the golden boy. Snorlax, man. You gotta you gotta love it. We just gotta hope that my opponent doesn't have any switch here. And we should be home free. No switch. Oh my gosh. This is nerve-wracking. Because if they don't have a switch, all we have to do is boss's order. And then we can just knock out their Shadow Rider Calyrex V with 30 HP. And we should have this game. But question is, does my opponent have it? Yeah, they have boss's orders. Switch out my Zorua. We could just switch it back. Thank goodness for that switch, man. But do they have? They don't. They don't have it. Dude, this is way too cool. Yeah, we don't get anything from the Primate Wisdom anyway, so we'll just end this game with my golden boy Snorlax Body Slam, knocking out their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. Unfortunately, we didn't get a knockout with Alcremie, but hey, that's a win for there, so well, I'll take it. So in this matchup, my opponent's going to go first. And we're going to start with a Xerneas in the active, which is great. You do want to get Xerneas in the active. It has the attack Breath of Life. Just for 2 energies, you can accelerate 3 different types of energies from the deck and accelerate them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So it doesn't have to be 3 different Pokemon. You can accelerate 3 energies of different types, even to just 1 Pokemon. It's kind of like a mini Arceus V, but Arceus can accelerate any basic energy, 3 basic energies to their Pokemon in any way you like, which my opponent is using. They also have Arceus V-Star, and it looks like they have a few different typings on their side. They have a Fire type, Dark type, and now they're going to use Crobat V. So this might be a tough battle for us to win against, but we're gonna let's see how well we do here. I also have Gloria. So with Cafe Master, you need to have at least 3 Pokemon on the bench to make good use of it. But without Pokemon on your bench, it's no good. So I thought having Gloria, which I can pick 3 different, as long as they don't have a rule box on it, you can get 3 Pokemon from your deck and put it straight to your bench. So I'm just gonna set up another Alcremie, Zorua, and a Snorlax. For the meantime, I'm gonna use Xerneas to accelerate 3 different energies to our Pokemon on our bench, and I'm just gonna try and spread this out. Then probably on Snorlax. So with Zoroark, you don't want to accelerate energy in the beginning, because when you transform, use Phantom Transformation, it's going to discard everything attached to Zoroark. So it's going to be useless for you to accelerate energy on a Zoroark if you're going to discard them anyway. So just keep that in mind. But Xerneas is good with this Alcremie build again, because you do want those different typings of energies accelerated to all of your Pokemon. But Xerneas can also... You do need that more for setup at the beginning of the game. And then you can just rely on Cafe Master to accelerate the rest in the next few turns. But it really depends on how the cards are shuffled, because if you don't start with Xerneas, it can be very hard. So with this evolution instance, I think I'll just get an Alcremie. That way I can set up an attacker. Although Liepard would be good too for an extra draw support, but we will need to discard it and then get a Zoroark to set that up. But for now, I think I'll just retreat into Snorlax so I can use Gourmandize, because we do need more cards on hand. We have Metal Energy to increase the attack power of Alcremie, but most likely they're just gonna knock out our Snorlax. But let's see. We're still not dealing enough damage to knock out this Arceus. They are gonna Marnie us. We get a Professor's Research, okay. 200 damage, and then they're gonna be able to accelerate energy to their Pokemon. So Arceus V-Star, of course, is the strongest card in the recent Brilliant Star set. It just for 200 damage and energy acceleration that's a pretty strong attack. I could be aggressive here and just use Professor's Research. We don't have any more basic Pokemon. What is this? Just get Manaphy. And then just use Ordinary Rod. And then I'll use Professor's Research. Okay, we got a Twin Energy. Evolve into Zoroark. And I think I'll just use Breath of Life so that I can accelerate three more different types of energies. Although we only have 2 different ones because we already have fire. So just do that. So we have 5 different types of energies in play. We can accelerate 1. We have 1 lightning and 1 metal on hand. And we also have Choice Belt to increase our attack power. So we can actually knock out this Arceus. 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. No, 200. 240, 250. Yeah, we should be able to knock out this Arceus V-Star. Let's see. We just put this in the active, I guess. Put the Choice Belt on these 2. Put 1 energy on Manaphy. Use Professor's Research. Okay, we have Volcarona V. Okay, if we can get 1 fire energy on Volcarona V, that would be great. We can attack for a huge amount of damage as well. We can transform into Alcremie. That will put 1 fire energy in the discard pile. And we can use my opponent's Stadium to get that lightning energy. We can get fire energy on our next turn anyways. And then Rainbow Flavor to knock out 1-hit KO this Arceus V-Star. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we only get 2 prizes for the V-Stars, so we hit for a lot of damage for just 2 prizes. It's it's a little lackluster, but we'll make do. If and when they knock out my Alcremie, we have Ordinary Rod to get those 2 energies back, and we have Cafe Master so we can continue to hit for a lot of damage while we have all these basic energies, different types of energies in play. And then we can use our opponent's stadium to get the fire energy, energize our Volcarona V if we need to, and deal a lot of damage that way, given that we have enough basic energies in the discard pile. They will Marnie, so that means that's going to shuffle our Cafe Master, so that's not good. They're dealing 170 damage to our Alcremie. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16. We should still be able to knock out this Hoopa V though. So with the Evolution Incense, I'll just get another Zoroark so that we can transform on our next few turns if we need to. Okay, we have Fire. I think I'll get Grass. I'll use my opponent's Stadium. Get Grass. That will prep us for the next turn. And I'll use Rainbow Flavor, dealing 240 damage thanks to the Choice Belt. And that's going to get us 2 prizes. We just need 2 more prizes to win this game. But anything can happen at this point. So we're just going to do our best. If they end up knocking out our active, that's 2 more energies into the discard pile. So again, lowering our attack power with our other Alcremie. But at least we have Volcarona V on standby. We could even target that Zamazenta V if we can get a boss. Just boss that into the active, hit for weakness, and then win this game. They added a Cape of Toughness on their Entei, so now we need to hit it for 280 damage. If we will attack it, that's the that's another option. So let's see what my opponent does here. They have Hoopa on their bench. So all they need to do is switch it out actually, and then with the Dark Energy they can just easily knock out our Alcremie because it only has 90 HP. And even if we do end up knocking out this Hoopa, we're still 1 prize away from winning this game. So this is still anybody's game. There's the 90 damage against our Alcremie. And I think I'll just put Snorlax in the active for now. Get an Ordinary Rod from our top deck, so we could use that. We'll do both. And instead of Zoroark, I'll just get a full line of Alcremie back to the deck. And then I'll get these 2 energies. I mean, we can use Turffield Stadium. Maybe we can use... yeah, I'll just get these 2 because we have purple energy in play already anyways. So that's fine. I'll put this Dark Energy on my Milcery. Phantom transform into Alcremie. So now we have potentially 3 attackers in line. And we get a Cafe Master. Okay, good. That's good. So their Hoopa is not going to be able to attack this turn. They will have to retreat. And for the most part, all of their Pokemon are 2 prizers. So we might just be able to knock out their Pokemon with enough energy in play. As long as we can play Cafe Master in our next turn. Unfortunately, we can't play Boss's Orders and Cafe Master in the same turn. So, ooh, they're gonna use Escape Rope. We just put Alcremie in the active. We do have another Alcremie, so that's fine. And yeah, they will be able to attack here because they're using the Double Turbo Energy. They're gonna attack with Revenge Blast for 440 damage, dude. Don't underestimate the Zamazenta V. I told you. Yeah, depending on how many prizes your opponent has already taken. But you know what? We're gonna take this home. We have Cafe Master to get 3 different types of energies from our deck, and that's gonna increase our attack even further. Rainbow Flavor, dealing 330 damage. We did it! We did it! And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.